Hey guys, it's me Megalotiny210 here with a new video. Now it's been over 5 months since I posted anything, but here I am to make up that absence. I'm here to showcase my own custom figure that is based on the crossover series Aliens vs Predator. For starter, I'm a big fan of both franchises. I love Aliens, Predator 1 and 2. The rest, not so much. The AVP films were poor in taste, including Requiem. I hate that movie a lot. I prefer the comic books over the movies though. Overall, Alien vs Predator is still an awesome concept. The rivalry between them works so well because the Xenomorphs are natural-born killers with animal-like instincts. The Yautja from Predator are traditional hunters who hunt other prey creatures for sport. With that said, I was inspired to make some custom figure based around their respective universe. Right here we got a trio of Xenomorph, a trio of Predators, and of course, the Xenomorph Queen herself. Let's start with the Predator. Here they are in their full glory. Let me get the camera to focus on. The first thing we gotta start first is the Jungle Hunter Predator. You can see here. This right here is the Jungle Hunter Predator from the first film. As you can see here, he's completely tan in color. Right here, I gave him the iconic wrist blade. These are from the Prince of Persia sets. Right here, the armor are actually the Kryptonian armors from the Man of Steel sets. So I used them because they're actually, in my opinion, the closest to the Predator armory. And right here, since these armor had no backplane, it gave me the advantage to build some of the backpacks. Right here we got a plasma caster, which is a ray gun. Right here it can actually swivel thanks to this clip-on hinge piece right here with a hole. Right here we see a clip-on piece to hold more accessories, which I actually made. I even have accessories for the plasma caster. Right here we got the laser guide, which is a translucent red rod. You can see. And another one, which is a blue beam, which is the plasma beam. These are in fact the same kind of mold that LEGO's been making for superhero sets, so I used that for inspiration. I thought it looks pretty cool, as you can see. And this Predator also is very taller, since I gave him 2 tiles to scale him up. Here's a regular minifigure compared to him. You can see. And of course, it does have it can actually remove the mask, as you can see here. Now I used the Hobgoblin headpiece right here, so in my opinion, it's the closest to the Jungle Hunter mask. Right here, it looked pretty intimidating, especially with the red eyes. Kind of like the scene where the Predator takes off his biomask and it revealed to be a red vision. Let's put on his biomask on. That's for the Jungle Hunter Predator. And now on to the other Predator, which is the Sea Hunter Predator from Predator 2, which is a film that I do like. Right here. You can see here he's completely different in color because the Predator seems to be a more brownish color than the Jungle Hunter. Right here the armor is different because it's a general thud, but like I said, in my opinion they're the closest. Right here you have the wrist blade, and much more. It's also taller. You gotta give him more tiles. And right here the plasma caster is actually different because I didn't have another ray gun like this, especially in the same color, a gunmetal color like this one, to match the armor. But instead I decided to use a stud shooter, and you can see the stud is actually a plasma. As you can see, you can actually shoot. And I also have another accessory for him, which is the missile. This missile right here is actually inspired from a scene where the Sea Hunter shot a missile directly at Gary Busey. And he can actually use it to defeat, well, to win the Xenomorph Queen, as you can see right here. Let me give you a full glimpse of it. Right here we also have another headpiece that I think the closest to a predator face. Hence the reason why it's so completely brown. Because as you can see here, this is Man-Bat head. This is the Man-Bat minifigure headpiece. And the reason I use it because it's closer to the predator face due to its teeth. His teeth kind of look like the iconic mandibles that the predators have. And the missile can also shoot, I forgot to mention. Yeah, that will probably fade, but that doesn't matter. Right here, the last one, we got the Elder Predator. Let me get him out here. Now, if you don't know what the Elder Predator is, the Elder Predator is like the ancient predator who long fought with other space creatures and essentially a high rank in the Yautja hierarchy, to say the least. Sorry about that. As you can see, I actually took inspiration from the Lava Predator figure and the Leader Clan figure from the Kenner toy lines for the Alien vs. Predators. As you can see here, it actually has a red skin color tone to it, and I wanted to get a more diversity on them. Yes, they look pretty good. Unlike the other figure that doesn't have a plasma caster instead of cape, since Elder Predator usually have capes. Right here, he does have the same wrist blade, but right here he has a very large staff. It's an original creation I made up. Now this staff is essentially a Elder Predator staff, at least that's how I want to call it. And the reason why I want to create this is because this staff is for the sole purpose of using it against the Xenomorph Queen, specifically cutting out her head and claim her head as a trophy, especially when the blade right here is pretty large. So, in overall, it looks pretty cool. And look how I can actually hold on to it. Now, of course, he has another monstrous headpiece. I believe it's from the demons from Nesselnight. And I picked it up because the large fangs right here I can pretend to be the mandibles. And it fades, in my opinion, scream Predator, or Yautja, as they're commonly known in the comic book. See? Okay, that's all for the Predator. Now onto the accessories, which I made a lot for them, as you can see. Here the accessory, we got a large net, which appear in Predator. You can actually use it onto a Xenomorph, you can see. I can show you at the end. Right here we got a Falconer drone from Predators, and I thought it was pretty good. I thought they can use it to spot more Xenomorphs running around in their planet. And right here we got two Predator rifles, which of course these are from the Man of Steel set, but they actually look like the burner from, which are Predator rifle from the comic books. So I took the idea, because in my opinion they actually looked a lot like that. And right here we got a skull trophy, and the Predators are known for ripping out skull from other creatures that they consider to be a worthy opponent. As you can see, essentially a skull piece with a white lightsaber as the spinal cord. We put on here. You can see it can actually clip on. Right here we got a Xenomorph spear. These are actually the tail. Right here we got the Kombi sticks, which is the Predator spear right here. Right here we got the Smart Disc, which appear in Predator 2. And these printed pieces actually look a lot like the one, so hence the idea of using them. Right here we got laser traps. And of course they had the same molded pieces that Lego been using. I thought they looked pretty cool. So that for the Predator. Let's start with the Xenomorph right here. Now, let me get the camera to focus on. You can see here, I made about at least 3 of them, as you can see, a 3 row of them. And since they're all the same build, there's no slight differences, so I guess it's okay for me to review at least one of them. Let me take out one. Okay, here we go. And here's the Xenomorph with all his glory. Oh, let me take that. As you can see here, I wanted the Xenomorph to be more of a minifigure scale, at least somewhat of a minifigure scale, as you can see here. Oh, sorry about that. As you can see, much more taller, and like compare it to the Predator, which pretty much scaled him a little closer. Right here, the Xenomorph, essentially entirely a brick built. All of them are in black pieces, which is my own original design. I didn't copy out from anything from the internet. As you can see here, the leg are actually hinge pieces, as you can see. And the head right here, essentially a 1x1 brick with 5 holes. And the leg right here, that's essentially a small rod that could connect the leg, as you can see. So let's take that in there and put it in the legs, and it's worked out pretty well, as you can see. Right here we got the tail right here, which it can actually bend and move to anything. It can wag. Right here, essentially a black lightsaber with a Lego hand onto it, and a tail right here. And because it's more extended, it can move freely as it wants without any interruption. And right here we got the entire body, essentially 1x1 piece with a hole on it, so I can put it these gun-looking thing, so I can stick in there and then put the arm, which are actually bionicle arms. As you can see, hang on. Okay, here we go. Right here, you can see the hand can swivel up and down, and the head can actually bend because the entire body can bend. As you can see, the only irritating part, it can actually fall apart since this is one peg over there, and the head can actually rotate. As you can see, since the neck is actually a stud with a hole on it. And the back also has some detail, which is these 2 bones that they have in their scapula. Alright, here I made the Xenomorph head, as you can see. Hang on, my iPod wouldn't focus. There we go. I made it with 2 round edges, and it looked pretty well. It looked a lot like a Xenomorph head. As you can see, what else is glory. And one more interesting part about the Xenomorph is that the white stud over here, as you can see, which is their teeth, they can actually glow. These are glow-in-the-dark studs, which I found out lying around in my toy box. Let me put them all and turn off the light. Hang on, it's a pain to put them all. Hang on. I know it may take a while. Let me turn off the light. As you can see, they can actually glow. The Alien Queen right here. Sorry, they're not bright enough. You have to put in a much more brighter source of light. I'm trying to rely on these lamps. Oh well, at least you got a better glimpse of it, I hope. Now that's all the Xenomorph. Now to the Alien Queen herself that appeared in the Alien film, the second Alien sequel. As you can see here, building the Alien Queen was actually a challenge, but I managed to build her. And it turned out pretty well, to be honest. As You can see I actually nailed the proportion of her body, as well capturing all the detail to her. Right here you can see the little arms that she has, which you can actually grab a minifigure, as you can see here. And right here she also can grab some in her arm, which is pretty cool, but she doesn't hold it for too long and it tends to fall. It's not falling. As you can see, these are all complete black. Hands, the spike right here. It said the arm one, it's inconsistent, but I didn't find any more of these black fingertips. So what am I supposed to do? And here, as you can see, she has spike on her back, as you can see here, which are actually hinge pieces right here. And it's a little pretty cool as well. And the legs and the arms are actually bionicle feature to it. Especially the feet are actually from Paraka. And I really like how I made the head, which you can actually remove. I captured all the detail of her, and I thought it looked pretty good. I love how she turns out, and when it can move up and down to anywhere. And the tail is also brick built. And right here she has the large black spike right here, which you can impale anybody, and the tail can actually bend. It's quite moving. These are clip-on pieces. And now that's all the Alien Queen. Down to the accessories. Let me put these guys to showcase them once again. Let me show you the Xenomorph accessories. Right here we got a standard face hugger, as you can see here. It looks pretty basic, and it actually can grab onto a minifigure head, as you can see. Look pretty sick. Over here we got some translucent green stud and pieces for the acid blood. They're pretty translucent, kind of like the Predator, but I decided to have them for acid blood. And right here we got an alternative headpiece, which is actually for the Xenomorph. This is the Praetorian Xenomorph head. In case you don't know what a Praetorian is, it's actually a concept from the comic books, in which essentially a second involvement of the Xenomorph cycle, which is served as a guardian of the Alien Queen, essentially involved from the warrior alien. So let me take out a Xenomorph headpiece and put it on. So clumsy. And here it is. Look how it turns out. You can see here, look pretty intimidating. It can swivel perfectly. As you can see, the Praetorian head are similar to the Alien Queens. Again, they're actually almost the final stage for them when they transform into an Alien Queen themselves. So, that's for now. Thank you for watching and stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed the video.